Good morning, students. In this session, I am going to teach about amplitude of sound wave. What is meant by amplitude? The maximum displacement of an oscillatory body from its central position is called its amplitude. Look at this. You can see here the motion of a simple pendulum. Okay, so this is a central position. From here, it's going to be again it's come back, again it's going, again it's come back. Okay, so here OA or A, OB or OA, look at this, OB or OA, this is called its amplitude. Clear? The maximum displacement of an oscillating body from its central position is called its amplitude, OB or OA. The amplitude of sound wave is the height of the crest or tuff. It is represented by the letter A. The SI unit is the same as that of the density. Okay, so what is mean by amplitude of sound? It is the height of the crest or tuff. So this is the crest, this is the height of the, these are called crest. So this is crest, this is crest, these points, these are called crest. Here you can see down, this is called tuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, these are called tuff. Clear? So this is the distance or height of the crest, or this is the height of the tuff. That is called amplitude. The amplitude of sound wave is the height of the crest or tuff. This one. This is the height of the crest, or this is the height of the tuff. It is represented by the letter A. How it is represented by the letter A. The SI unit is the same as that of density or pressure. Okay, here it shows the distance. So the SI unit of this amplitude, it is also meter. It is represented by M. Then what is meant by loudness and pitch of sound? The loudness of sound depends upon the amplitude of vibration. If the amplitude is less, the sound is feeble. If the amplitude is more, the sound is loud. The unit of loudness is called decibel. It is represented by dB. Okay, so what is meant by loudness? It depends upon the amplitude of vibration. Just now I told what is meant by amplitude, the height of the crest or tuff, that is called amplitude. So the loudness means the loudness of sound depends upon the amplitude of vibration. Okay, before the diagram I showed you, so this is the simple pendulum. These are called the oscillation or oscillatory body, oscillation of the pendulum. Clear? So here I showed what is meant by amplitude. This is called amplitude. Then, if the amplitude is less, if that amplitude is less, the sound is feeble. If the amplitude is more, the sound is loud. So which is a unit? The unit of loudness is called decibel, represented by dB. What is meant by pitch? The pitch of sound or shrillness or flatness depends upon the frequency of vibration. The previous session we studied what is meant by frequency. So the pitch, it depends upon the frequency. Pitch of sound depends upon the frequency of vibration. If the frequency is less, the sound has low pitch. Suppose frequency is less, sound has low pitch. Example, the sound of a drum, sound of an adult, etc. If the frequency is more, the sound has a high pitch. So when we'll get a high pitch, the frequency should be more. The frequency is more, the sound has a high pitch. Example, the sound of a whistle and sound of a baby. All these are examples for pitch. Okay, so you can see the difference here. The sound of a drum and sound of an adult. If you are taking, if you here, the pitch will be more. The sound of a whistle and sound of a baby, the pitch, it will be more. The next. Then how we hear sound through our ears. Sound enters the ear through the ear canal. It makes the eardrum to vibrate. So this is the ear canal. We told it is sound is coming like waves like, and it will come and hit on this eardrum. This eardrum, it will vibrate. Clear? Sound enters the ear through the ear canal. It makes the eardrum to vibrate. The eardrum sends the vibrations to the inner ear. From here it will go to the inner ear. So this part, it is called inner ear. Sends the vibrations to the inner ear. From there, the signals go to the brain. So there is from inner ear, it will go to the brain. There is an auditory nerve. Through that nerve, it will go to the brain. From there, the signals go to the brain, and then we hear the sound. Okay, so this is a structure of ear. You can see outer ear. Ear it has mainly three parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Clear? Outer ear it is known as pinnae. Then this is the middle ear part. You can see this part. This is the ear canal. Then this is the eardrum. It will vibrate when the sound waves will come and hit on the eardrum. It will vibrate. Then middle ear. Then here you can see there are three tiny bones, malleus, incus, stapes. There are three tiny bones. Then the semicircular canals. These are semicircular canals. This cochlea, and also from here the one nerve it will go to the brain, that is called auditory nerve. And again you can see one more thing, that is eustachian tube. What is the eustachian tube? Eustachian tube is the connection between mouth and the ear. From the ear there is a tube, it's connecting to our mouth, that is called eustachian tube. Clear? So sometime whenever we get cold, cough and all, you can see that this eustachian tube, it will it will stick each other, or sometime we will get imbalance. Okay, suppose this tube will close, you think you will get ear pain and also the body imbalance, all the things you will be getting because of that. Then structure of the human ear, I already showed the same thing. The outer ear called pinnae collects the sound waves. So this part, it is called pinnae, it collects the sound waves. The sound waves passes through the ear canal to a thin membrane called eardrum. So the sound wave is passing through this ear canal and it will hit on this eardrum. The eardrum vibrates. The vibrations are amplified by the three bones of the middle ear. So these are the three bones of the middle ear. I told malleus, incus, stapes. It is also known as hammer, anvil, and stirrup. So hammer, the second one is anvil, and third one is stirrup. This is the smallest bone in the human body. Which one? Stirrup. The middle ear then transmits the sound waves to the inner ear. Then it will go to the inner ear. The inner ear, in the inner ear, the sound waves are converted into electrical signals by the cochlea. This nail-like structure, this is called cochlea. The sound waves are converted into electrical signals by the cochlea and sent to the brain through auditory nerves. From here, it will go to the brain through auditory nerves. The brain then interprets the signals as sound. Okay, so these are the main parts of the structure of the ear. So pinnae, outer ear pinnae. So this is the outer ear. This part is called pinnae. Then here look at the second part, sound waves passing through the canal, that is called ear canal, and it will come and hit on this drum. What is this? Eardrum. Eardrum will vibrate. These vibrations are passing through this three tiny bone. They are called hammer, anvil, and stirrup. From here again that vibration is passing through the semicircular canals and it will reach in the cochlea. Okay, from the cochlea, this sound waves it converted into electrical signals and it is sent to the brain through the auditory nerves. Clear? The brain then interprets the signals as sound. Then persistence of hearing. The sensation of hearing of any sound persists in our brain for 0.1 second. This is called the persistence of hearing. So what is meant by persistence of hearing? The sensation of hearing of any sound persists in our brain for 0.1 second. This is called the persistence of hearing. The persistence of hearing helps us to get a feeling of continuity while hearing one sound after another. Due to persistence of hearing, the direct original sound and the reflected sound reaching ear in lesser time than 0.1 second mingle together and do not produce any separate sound of their own. This saves us from confusion and difficulty. Okay, so because of this persistence of hearing, one by one sound waves it will reach, but it will all mix together, it will mingle together and do not produce any separate sound of their own. Okay, this saves us from confusion and difficulty. Then what is meant by echo? The repetition of sound after it's happened. Why it is happening? By the because of the reflection of sound waves from a wall, mountain, or other obstructing surface is called echo. Okay, so the repetition of sound produced by the reflection of sound sound waves from a wall. So sound wave will go and hit on the wall or mountain or other obstructing surface and it will reflect back. That is called echo. If we shout or clap near a reflecting surface like tall building or a mountain, we hear the same sound again. This sound which we hear. Echo is caused due to the reflection of sound. What is meant by echo? It is caused due to the reflection of sound. To hear an echo clearly, the time interval between the original sound and the echo must be at least 0.1 second. So time period of sound 0.1 second. Speed of sound in air 330 meter per second. So distance traveled by sound in 0.1 second is equal to 330 meter per second into 0.1 second. That is 33 meter. So to hear an echo clearly, the minimum distance of the reflecting surface should be half of this distance. Which distance? 33 meter. That is 33 by 2 meter equals 17 meter approximate. Okay, so that obstacle, or maybe that wall or mountain or any obstacle, that uh, distance between that obstacle and the sound, that should be minimum distance of the reflecting surface. It should be half of the distance, that is 33 by 2 meter, that is 17 meter approximately. Then what is the difference between audible and inaudible sound? Audible sound is sound which we can hear. It has frequencies between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. So some sound we cannot hear. So why we cannot? They are called inaudible sound. The sound which we can hear, they are called audible sound. It has frequencies between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. Inaudible sound means it is a sound which we cannot hear. It has frequencies less than 20 hertz and more than 20,000 hertz. If it is below 20 hertz and more than 20,000 hertz, we cannot hear. They are called inaudible sound. It should be always between these two range. Sound whose frequencies are more than 20,000 hertz is called ultrasonic sound. Sound whose frequency more than 20,000 hertz is called ultrasonic sound. Some animals like dogs can hear ultrasonic sound. Bats produce ultrasonic sound. Then what is the difference between noise and musical sound? Noise means it is an unpleasant sound. It is produced by irregular or non-periodic vibrations. Okay, it is in a noise always. It's an unpleasant sound. It's produced by irregular or non-periodic vibrations. Example, if all the students in a classroom speak together, a noise is produced. Sounds produced by horns of buses, trucks, that also noise. Musical sound means sound which is pleasing to the ears is called a musical sound. What is musical sound? Which is pleasing to the ears. They are called musical sound. It is produced by regular or periodic vibrations. Other one is irregular or non-periodic vibrations. Here it is regular or periodic vibrations. Then examples, sounds produced by musical instruments and also sound of a person singing a song. All these are musical sound. Then what is meant by noise pollution? The presence of excessive or unwanted or undesirable sound in the environment is called noise pollution. The presence of unwanted or undesirable sound in the environment is called noise pollution. What are the causes of noise pollution? It is caused by sounds of vehicles, explosions, including bursting of crackers, machines, loudspeakers, etc. In the home, noise pollution is caused by television, radio, and musical system at high volumes, some kitchen appliances, air conditioners, etc. Then what are the harmful effects of noise pollution? Noise pollution causes several health related problems like lack of sleep, hypertension, BP, hypertension, high blood pressure, anxiety, etc. Okay, so what are the harmful effects? There is a lack of sleep, hypertension, high blood pressure, anxiety, etc. A person exposed to loud sound continuously may get temporary or permanent impairment of hearing. Then what are the measures to limit noise pollution? Noise pollution can be reduced by using silencers in vehicles, industrial machines, and home appliances, and also reducing use of vehicle horns, running TV, radio, and music systems at low volumes, planting of trees along roadsides. Okay, so roadside, if they are planting trees, so that the sound waves, it is blocked. It will not go and it will not reach to the human beings. So planting of trees along roads and also buildings also help to reduce noise pollution. So these are some pictures. Then what is meant by hearing impairment? Hearing loss, also known as hearing impairment, is a partial or total inability to hear. Partial or total inability to hear. A deaf person has little to no hearing. Partial disability is generally the result of a disease, injury, or age. So why it is happening? It is mainly generally due to as a result of disease or injury or age. Then what is meant by the sign language? Sign language, it is that uses manual communication to convey meaning. This can include simultaneously employing hand gestures, movement, orientation of the fingers, arms or body, and facial expression to convey a speaker's ideas. Okay. Yes. What is meant by hearing aids? Hearing aid is an electronic battery operated device. It receives sound through its microphone, which convert these sound waves to electrical signals. These signals are amplified and given to the speaker of the hearing aid. The speaker converts these amplified signals back into sound. This amplified sound is then sent to the ear, and this helps the affected person to hear it much more clearly. That is the use of that is called hearing aid. Thank you, students.